Michael Bridge crossing the Illinois River into the town of Peoria. I spent the night last night here at East Peoria at the Motel 6. There's 4 bridges that cross the river, and I called a local bike shop here in town and asked them which would be the safest bridge to cross on a bicycle, and they directed me here, and it looks like it's perfect. There's a big sidewalk and a nice ample shoulder, so it'd be pretty safe. I had to stop here at Walmart. I needed to buy a new alarm clock. My alarm clock has finally given out, and I think I got about 30 or 40 miles to ride to. I'm not exactly sure what the name of the town, but there's a little campground called Whispering Oaks Campground, and that's it. The forecast today is it rained this morning. That's why I'm in a little bit of a late start, and it's still quite cloudy, but it's forecasted to clear by the end of the afternoon, and temperatures in the mid to high 70s. So we'll see. Anyway, crossing the Bob Michaels Bridge. So I'm making my way through Peoria here, and not the first time I had to go through a little town. Just kind of got on Google Maps and figured it out. I'm only making like 3 turns. I just did it the quickest possible. And right here through the center of town. So I've come out of Peoria, and I'm about 10 miles to the east of the town of Farmington on 116. And basically I have the maps for the northern tier, the ACA northern tier route, but I think I'm just gonna make my own route. Okay, so out of Peoria, I took 116 to Farmington, which is about a mile behind me somewhere. And now I'm on Highway 78, which is really, and I'm on my way up to the town of Elmwood. And then I'm taking some back roads a little bit. It's kind of hard. The little campground I'm going to is called Whispering Oaks, and not near it's out boondocks. But so I'm going up here to the town of Elmwood or Yates, and then taking some back roads, real rural, to this little campground. We'll see how it goes. So I've come up out of Farmington and headed to Yates City here. Look at this, what I'm battling. Nice strong headwind, but what do you do? I'm probably just maybe 10 miles from where I'm going to camp. And the weather's holding off. It's actually supposed to clear today. It's looking pretty nasty back there. And that's it. I'm pulling into Yates City here. So I'm out here in the serious boondocks. I'm talking they're in the car for a long time, and it ain't nothing but corn. I'm probably only a mile away from this campground. Probably a mile that way and a mile north. So I don't know, whatever the hypotenuse is. Anyway, Whispering Oaks, I'm hoping it's I can't imagine it. I mean, why would they have a campground out here? It just happened to be in the perfect location. on my route to the northwest here. Tomorrow I should make just shy of Davenport, Iowa. I actually might make it into Iowa tomorrow. We'll see how the weather is. I got just horrendous headwinds. It doesn't make things any easier. And it's coming right out of the west. It's probably going to be like that the rest of the trip. Okay. So I followed the GPS coordinates in the Google map coordinates to this Whispering Oaks campground. When I get there, it's a cornfield. So I call them up and I say, hey, your GPS coordinates on Google Maps is wrong. And they're like, oh, we don't know how to fix it. I'm like, okay, well, where are you? Of course, I don't have a map. Check this out. Quaint little covered bridge over what I believe is the Spoon River. I don't get to go over these covered bridges too much. Kind of cool. So anyway, it's somewhere about 5 or 6 miles to the west. It's off by a long shot. So again, I'm just in ferocious headwinds. It's a little hilly, and trying to get to this campground. If they have Wi-Fi or internet there, I'll fix it when I get there, so no one else has to go through it. So the adventure continues. So I followed the GPS coordinates, obviously, and it brought me to a big cornfield, like the rest of this. And when I called the owners of Whispering Oaks, they gave me the name of the town that it's in, which is about 5 miles away. And I was following this road right here, which I believe is 17. And now I'm looking at this shortcut, which if I take this dirt road down about a mile and over about 3 miles, which I assume is also on a dirt road, it takes me right to the town of Gilson. It's the fastest way to get there. I'm gonna try it. I mean, what could happen, right? It's only like 3 or 4 miles in that direction. The bad thing is I've got this serious wind. I've been fighting all day. I'm tired, and I've only got maybe 2.5 hours worth of light left. So I hope this is right. So I'm leaving Whispering Oaks Campground in Gilson, Illinois. And yeah, there was a problem with the Google Maps position marker. The address on it was correct, but the position marker was wrong. And if you go to the reviews, both on rvparkreview.com and Yahoo's reviews, you'll see that Whispering Oaks has 5 good reviews, and every one of them mentioned that the Google Maps is off. So I did everything I could, because the park is just awesome. It's only like 20 RV sites. There's probably only 10 people here. It's $10 a night. They have excellent Wi-Fi and showers. And bugs are getting on me. And but every single one of them mentioned. So I worked really hard, and I found out that no matter what I could do, the position marker can only be moved 200 yards without moderation from Google. So I emailed Google, and I'm going to keep track of that in the next couple days. And they should be able to fix it, because it really needs to be fixed. It's an excellent park at an excellent price, and they have gotten other cross-country bicyclists through here before. So behind me here is corn, and it's the most common crop that I've passed through. There's just a sea of corn as far as you can see. And it's all pretty much going. It's not going to make cornbread or tortilla chips, although some of it will. The vast majority of it's going to go to be making two products. One is corn syrup or corn sugar, and the other is the heavily subsidized industry to produce ethanol to be blended with gasoline. So what this really is the fat of the land, because this is mostly going to be turned into Coca-Cola and Pepsi and other soft drinks and other items that are sweetened with corn sugar. And the other thing is gasoline. It's going to be used to fuel our cars. And both of those things are things that make Americans obese and diabetic. So this truly is the fat of the land, because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be turned into American fat. So here's something I just noticed as I'm riding down the road here. Last night, apparently, these are raccoon prints on my handlebar bag. So some raccoons were busy trying to get into my bag. I didn't have any food in there, but I have had like some peanuts and candy bars and stuff, so it probably has the same. So I'm on the Centennial Bridge that crosses the Mississippi River from Rock Island to Davenport, Iowa. Rock Island is Rock Island, Illinois. And I'm reminded that I crossed the Mississippi River down in Louisiana on a ferry at St. Francisville a long time ago. I called a local bike shop and asked them which would be the safest of the 4 bridges that cross the river between these 4 big towns. And they recommended the Centennial Bridge, which is cool because the KOA Campground is just 10 miles to the south. This does have a fairly nice walkway on both sides. And I'm going to make my way to Davenport right here and head towards the town of Iowa City. I do have to make a stop at Walmart just to pick up a thing or two, mostly food. And it's a pretty cloudy day. There's about a 60% chance of thunderstorms. Pretty much for the next 10 days, there's a good chance of me getting rained on. So I got my poncho sitting on top of my bob bag, ready to go. And there'll be plenty of places to stop up here if I need to duck inside for an hour or so. I believe this is state number 24. Iowa, which is at the middle of this bridge. That's it. On to Iowa. off of Interstate 80, just to the north, about a quarter of a mile. And I was on road number, I think it was 290th or F44, which parallels Interstate 80 by a little quarter mile to the north. And I saw a BP gas station at an exit. I saw the sign for it off in the distance, and I said, well, I'm going to stop and just grab a Coke or something. When I got up here, I found that there's the BP gas station, and right behind it is RV park / campground, and that's where I'm going to be camping tonight. You can see they've got a pretty cool little setup. These look like Hinoki cypress, maybe. I don't know. But they're separating each individual tent site. There's only like 10 tent sites. I checked out the bathrooms. Looks really, really nice. It's $17 a night, which is kind of steep, but like I said, it's right on the interstate, so that's why. It's a place. I was going for a Department of... It's a U.S. Army Corps of Engineer, campsite, which is just to the east of the city of Iowa City, and they only want, I think, either $10 or $12 for a tent site. But I somehow, luckily, the rain, I have not been hit by rain, but it rained here pretty good, probably about an hour ago, so everything is wet. But I have not been in the rain. But it wouldn't surprise me if it rained again tonight. Anyway, so here I am. The name of it is West Liberty Campground. It's about 5 miles from the town of West Liberty, and it's right on the interstate. Not that I can see it. I can hear a little bit of it. They have an excellent shower, so, and laundry if I needed it.